All right, we're back. Someone asking in chat if during the Ting commercial if that was Neeb. That would be so sick if Ting actually started filming some commercials with Neeb, but that was Jesse. Jesse's sadly been a bit absent from some of the hanging out in chat like he has been for most of season 1 and some of season 2, but he's been away actually these last couple of weeks, or last couple of days, excuse me. He should be back next week. But on top of that as well, people were asking when's the sponsor show match, the Ting Jesse versus Jansoon match, and we don't know when yet. When he gets back, hopefully we can plan that out. But I know they're both pretty much ready to play whenever.
Yeah. We're ready to go into King Sejong.
Yeah, this will be interesting. So it's, again, the first series today was pretty close, and it was these two playing. On that merit alone, this could go either direction. Like, as far as HyuN or Billowy. 3-2 could become 2-3 and so forth. But I think more than that, like, HyuN, I'm worried that he got figured out too soon, if that makes sense. Like, it really felt like once Billowy realized what was going on, like, he started nailing that series.
Yes,
so,
I agree.
We'll see if it actually is starting off fresh or if it's still perhaps a little bit on that one-sided side of things. But in the bottom right side of King Sejong Station, we've got the red Protoss, Billowy.
The top left as the blue Zerg. He's HyuN.
All right, and of course, you guys are watching the Ting Open, and without Ting, none of this would be possible. So quick shout-outs to them. If you live in the United States, you should check out their services. They try to give you cheaper phone bills, if at all possible. But let's talk about the format going forward for this a bit as the opener is going to kick off. This is going to be kind of important to note going forward. In a normal situation, this would just simply send whoever wins this best of 5 to the round of 16. However, that's not the case here because we invited players back and seeded them directly into the round of 16. These guys, whoever wins this, will have to play one last best of 5 versus sort of, not today, at a date to be determined. And that best of 5 will determine which player goes through to the round of 16.
Yeah. Yep. So a bit of an addition just to fit in those invites from the last season of Ting. It worked out pretty well.
By the way, again, the round of 16 groups are so evenly racially distributed. I just can't. Like, it's, you can argue and bitch and moan all you like about where StarCraft is in terms of fairness, but like, we've had Terran, Zerg, Protoss. This group for wildcard is the only one that's a little bit uneven so far with Zerg, Terran. But man, I'm actually really excited to see what that NA group's going to look like, because if any one Zerg gets through that NA group, boom, that is 3 groups that are all Terran, Zerg, Protoss.
That's cool. I am really looking forward to the round of 8 from that though, because I feel like
yeah,
if we just like listen to what everyone else is saying, not that anyone else is wrong, but we could actually have like this like science moment where if everyone thinks that Terrans are only doing well in Korea because they're actually overpowered and the Zerg and the Protoss are underpowered, but in foreigner land, US and yeah, sorry, not US,
the sovereign
America,
nation of foreignty. Yes, go on.
But North America and Europe, the reason that Terrans aren't doing so well is because they're worse than Korean Terrans. By that logic, HyuN should obviously win, right?
Okay.
Like the entire Ting season. He should get first place because he's the best Korean Terran going up against only other Korean, like, non-Terrans. Well, I guess we have another Korean Terran, don't we? Alive?
Alive is in the round of 16, correct?
Okay. So one of them should definitely win, though, in general, because they can beat any other race that are Korean, and they can beat any foreigner, obviously, because Koreans always beat foreigners, right?
I don't think that'll be the case, man.
I'm just saying that that's what Reddit's been talking about.
Oh,
so
okay, I
think
see where we're going with this now. I thought this was
That's why I said it was science.
I thought this was a serious conversation for a moment, and we're going to start talking about the cool potential of, like, Beyond versus Nurture or something. But the second you threw Reddit into it, I was like, ugh.
It's not serious. I mean, in a way, it's going to be very interesting to see if that actually happens, right? Let's say Beyond and Alive like they both get out, I suppose, and they both go into renovate or something like that. Whatever. Point is, if both the Korean Terrans like destroy their groups, destroy their bracket sides, I might start to believe the whole Korean Terran is overpowered.
Real quick on that note, I am actually really curious to see, because we're talking about foreign Zergs being just so much better, and I think that is still the case. But I just want to state publicly, well, we're not going to rig the brackets, and there's some random draws that'll go on later. If we don't see like either Snoot or Nurtrio versus ByuN at some point in this tournament, I am going to do my best to set up like an actual show match of that at some point.
Yeah.
Like, that is a match I am really, truly looking forward to see when it comes to talking about balance and best versus best type thing.
Yep. Hopefully we'll get the magic happening in Ting, though, not to set that up.
Not to write off Rogue, by the way, just throwing that up. Like, he's amazing, and he's in those groups, too, but I'm talking, like, foreign Zerg specifically.
I would really like to see ByuN go up against Rogue, demolish him, and then lose to Nurtrio or something like that.
Oh, it's crazy because I think in land settings that might be possible. I don't know about online. That's going to be too many question marks. Well, see. But anyways, the Adept attack gets pounced upon immediately. HyuN with a great response to it. Loses almost nothing. Spinecaller nailed it, but there's a second... Right, there's a second round coming. Spinecaller at this base, too. He's taking all the precautions. Roaches are on the way. A freebie with his queen is a mistake for certain. Oh,
this is the trick about Adept all-ins, and it certainly isn't all-in. One that HyuN scouted very early with an Overlord is that the first wave never looks that strong. Well, almost never. But the second, third, fourth, fifth, like constant warp into the warp prism, they look so stupid.
Billowy doing this again, by the way, where he only cancels most of the Adepts, not all the Adepts. But killing that Warp Prism kills the follow-through with this. So if ByuN can, if ByuN of the mind, if HyuN can clean this up, there's not going to be round 2 and 3 of the Adepts as there normally are.
A very good job. This was round 2 and 3, just bulked up together. No round 4 or 5 because the Warp Prism was destroyed. They aren't being shaded over. Billowy realizes that this isn't doing enough damage. It has denied mining on 2 bases. It's killed a handful of drones, but it didn't really kill that much army. And HyuN, again, HyuN, God.
I know.
HyuN has taken a very good defense here.
This
has actually killed too many Zergs in the past.
If we had to cast them against each other, it'd be like 10 times worse. Like, only ones here, we're still messing it up.
Yeah. HyuN is still not in like this isn't just like, oh, he beat all lane, he's obviously going to win.
No, he's not safe yet. Absolutely not.
He's not. And Adept Immortal would still be very effective against Ling Roach in general, right? Because there's no Ravaged on the way, and there's not a Hydralisk on the way either. We'll see what happens. Billowy is going to be very hard-pressed to afford a third or secure a third, either one. But he could try. They're both supply blocked, like heavily supply blocked. For a good 30 seconds there. That was a little embarrassing.
Well, the army on the verge of the attack. I mean, it's even army supply, but it's so hard to say like whether 62 means anything or not. Like, again, Roaches versus Terran or Roaches versus Immortals mean nothing. And it's just the depths. It's just the depths. Like, Billowy just trying to abuse his race best he can here. And I don't mean that in a sarcastic way. I mean, this is actually, like, you're going to be doing transfers. You're not looking for a head-on, like, A-move versus A-move situation. Now the Ravagers are on the wrong side of the fight. They're weaker out in those front lines. But Roaches moved to the front pretty quickly. He's going to take the best fight he can. This is trading out okay for HyuN right now, but we'll see if this starts snowballing. There's still a couple transfuses on these queens he hasn't begun to use yet.
Is this really going to snowball with the dips?
I think it just might. The problem for this...
17 more Roaches, plus 1 on the way.
The problem is they're going to keep transferring around, and catching them is going to be a huge issue.
He's got them cornered once again, but all 17 Roaches aren't here, so he's going to be careful.
The transfer also not going through, so normally you have to give chase to these. That was a little bit awkward. He doesn't actually have to run that far. Oh, a sentry behind that would have been so sick to lock out that force field on the main, but Ravagers could have broken that, of course. Only 3 drones, 5 drones have died. He transferred over here to try to catch some, but HyuN's with Roaches, not with drones. This is not too bad of a hold. That's supply count really favoring HyuN, and I think he's just beating the all-in.
GG.
A definite GG. That wasn't quite like the Neeb level of gross Adept all-in that we've seen, but that was still a very much scary attack, and that was well defended out of HyuN.
Oh, it was the same idea. That is, I think, the first time we've seen it. It wasn't even an easy hold, but let's say like really appropriately held. You know, we've seen more often snowball effects to, people defending with roaches, people defending with banelings, people actually like getting to hydras, obviously die to adept all-ins. That
I'm
was actually what I think everyone means to happen when they make roaches against adepts.
right. So I'm
Whatever they
wondering actually.
reference.
Obviously, stopping the first wave from doing almost any damage is huge when it comes to stopping that from snowballing. I'm wondering how much the investment in those spine crawlers truly helped versus maybe he didn't need them at all. Because it looked to me like those spine crawlers were actually a pretty big deal.
Well, getting to the second game, it's going to be on Arena. That's going to change a lot of things up. Usually very different games on such a short map like this.
This still might be cheesy. I'm actually really
Yeah,
curious.
it has so many options available, actually. Like, sure, Adept all-ins instantly, Ravager all-ins instantly to the other side of the map, but there's been a surprising amount of 3-base games in PvZ on this.
By the way, in chat crying out for a Beyond versus HyuN show match. That's something that if you guys want to donate towards, I know the players well enough that we can make that happen. But we don't have that kind of money just floating around right now. Plus, I would want to make that one a big one if we could, too. That'd be great to see more than like a best of 5. Anyways, guys, welcome back. We are in game number 2 for the finals of the wildcard group. Spawning here on the bottom left side is going to be the blue Protoss, Billowy.
In the top left as the Red Zerg, he's HyuN.
And of course, people have been asking throughout the cast today, are we going to see the Bunny versus Nurtio series? I don't know. I'm feeling actually a lot tighter than I thought I would be. We may not be able to do that here and now. We do plan to cast those replays at some point, and I'm trying to do my best to keep them spoiler-free, because again, I don't know the actual outcome of that yet. But we do have to do it sooner than later. So we may try and squeeze it in like after the Corsair Cup or before the Elima League or something, but chances are not looking super hot that we'll do it this morning. Maybe come back and do like a 1 best of 5 tonight or something, but definitely I'm not super feeling it for this morning. Plus, as we all know, Zombies a little bit sick. That doesn't help things either.
Yeah, I'm sick. Actually, I'm just really hungry right now.
So you went from like
my stomach.
you went from like borderline throwing up to like, oh, I'm not gonna eat a horse. Like, ah.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I actually have that problem with car sickness quite a bit. Like when I get motion sickness in a car, for some reason I get hungry and I'll think, okay, great, I'll just have like, I don't know, 6-inch sub, so let's stop off real quick, and I'll eat it, get back in the car, and I feel like 10 times worse than I did before. I'm like, that didn't help at all. And even though this is the case for years, I still do this, where I'm like, let's just stop off for like a Slurpee or something. I'll just have something like going so I'm not thinking about driving. And nope, always goes terribly.
Car sickness is the worst. Like, I know it's the same idea of just being nauseous, but I feel like it's so much worse.
I agree. Plus, it's something where you don't... I don't throw up. So, like, I just... you want to so badly.
Bad. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's also just the general, like, being uncomfortable in a car. You can't go, like, lie down or anything.
Oh, I know. Like, you're stuck in the back seat, too, and in the front seat, so you're like, can't even recline. You're just like, this...
Yeah, exactly.
And it sucks more when you're a big guy like me in a tiny car, and you got, like, your head pressed against the ceiling. God damn, I wish I was, like, a foot shorter sometimes.
A foot shorter?
I tell you what, man, like, I know it sounds silly, but, like, being, I think, 5'6" or something, or, I guess, no, I'm not that tall. No, you're right.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
half
not
a
that
foot.
tall.
Half a foot shorter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you would be 5'2". I don't think you would be that short.
Anyways, point is.
But yeah, 5'6" would be okay.
Alright, so Adepts being made right now, for Billy, the first two are already across the map, but I can't see them getting away with too much. I mean, I don't know if he's actually thinking about another Adept on or not. With how HyuN shut that down, that's got to be daunting in his mind. That's an attack that's supposed to be like an auto win.
This actually happened in the first best of 5 we played, where the 2 Adepts did, I think, more damage than some other Zergs who are like instantly prepped for something like this and take like 0 drone losses. But it's still not super bad. 2 drones, handful of lings. It's about what you expect from 2 Adepts.
Well, full wall off set up, so this isn't too bad. The depths on both sides, and of course those pylons, well, no immediate overcharges necessary, are just going to be the wall that he needs.
Yep, that's the wall. We mentioned, all-ins on this map, and it's certainly a possibility to just shade Adepts in and see what's going on, see if you can dedicate, but I don't know about like another 7-gate, 8-gate. Adept all in. Just 2 times in a row, even if it's a vastly different map, is still usually not suggested. But, I mean, I didn't mind Billowy trying to go for that all in, even though it was scouted so easily. If HyuN was going for his Baneling style again, like he was showing in the first best of 5, that actually wins. It sounds counterintuitive, but the Baneling count never meets the Adept count. And that would, I think, be a really good, counter to HyuN's style. But apparently HyuN's mixing it up for this best of 5, going for roaches.
I want to point out, by the way, too, like that Adept all in, I think we see it happen so often on stream. We talk about it almost never being beaten. But you gotta wonder, like, if it is so amazing, why isn't it the only build anybody goes forever? And obviously, as we saw just in Game 1, there are situations where Adept all-ins are no bueno. This Adept attack's not too bad, but he's gonna get caught with a lot of them early. They don't die, but they're all so low. The Queen's gonna execute like 2 of them right off the bat.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna shade and like look to see what the army looked like and then cancel, because 1, there was a big enough army to deal with it, so it wasn't gonna be worth. And then 2, the upgrade wasn't done yet. So I really thought he'd at least wait for the Resident Enclaves, but I guess he gets 6 drones on the suicide of the Adepts. Enough Lings, though, and the unit's not in a position to stop this from happening, that third might go down, maybe just get really low.
It's gonna be sad, though, because the SimCity set up so nicely around it.
Yeah, around to the right side. If the pylon was not done, they probably would have gotten that to like half health or worse. That's a little scary.
For certain. And especially with the Adepts coming back too. If the overcharge wasn't on top of them, the Lings probably could have taken on the Adepts a lot better. But moving towards Roaches once again for HyuN. Now, the question for me really at this stage is how much is it going to be just Roaches versus are we going to see Ravagers? Because depending on what HyuN's expecting at a Billowy, one of those units is going to be far worse than the other. Generally speaking, Ravagers are heavily, I think, coveted for their corrosive bile, but they're so weak. And if it is like a big gateway all in, you don't want a fleet of Ravagers on the front line. You need a lot of Roaches.
You need some buffer. Something. It's not a big all in. Billowy is still trying to get some kills with these Adepts, but it's like 3 to 6 with each attack is not worth the amount of army he's losing out on. And it's really getting to a very scary point here because Arena, if it's not going to be like an early, like quick game, and it goes to these 3 base versus 4 or 3 versus 3, Roach Ravager all-ins are still very, very powerful, and that looks to be what HyuN is setting up for. Billowy just gave away quite a bit of army in that. His +2 won't be done, his Blink will be. There won't be that many Immortals, and only 1 at a time. I feel pretty good for HyuN's chances in this game.
Yeah. I mean, that army supply is certainly daunting to look at. Queen's on the front line, too. We got Creep Spread actually through that Overlord. Kind of a cute move. I like that. Never underestimate the power of Immortals. Never underestimate the power of Pylons, but there's not a lot of either right now. Pylons get taken out very quickly. Overcharges are really only killing a couple of Lings. Corsair Biles landing on the other side. Taking out those force fields, not a problem. Queen's here as well with a couple transfuses locked and loaded. And there's still only 1 Immortal in play. The scary thing is that other Robo, that's coming here at the 3rd. It's cut off.
Those Corrosive Biles almost hit all those sentries. Even if they didn't hit them, the sentries are kind of out of juice anyway. So.
This is getting a little bit dicey. Prob's getting pulled into it. Immortal comes in from the south side. Queen's transfusing that Ravager, keeping it alive. It looks like HyuN will not be stopped. 66 supply over 12. GG! 2-0 lead now for our Zerg. The curse. We need to record ourselves doing this, like, and just have like multiple whispers on like a soundboard I can do. So
the curse. The curse.
Well, that's the thing. One of us says the curse, and we just start hearing like the curse. Like,
we put like return the slab in there too.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna go small break, guys. 2 minutes. Hopefully this won't be the last game, but it just might. So we'll see you in 2 minutes. All right, folks. Welcome back. We're gonna be hopping into Frozen Temple for game number 3, and the score is currently 2-0 for this gentleman in the bottom right. Spawning red, spawning Zerg. It's none other than HyuN.
In the top left as the blue Protoss, he's Billowy.
And of course, I need to look away for a moment to see what the bets look like for this series. All right, surprisingly close. We got about 16,000 on Billowy and about 12,500-ish on HyuN.
You guys, the curse. You underestimated it.
You all underestimated the curse, indeed. But in fairness, I think if you've just seen the first series, you don't know about the curse. That's not too bad of a representation of how I would think this series goes. But man, these first two games, HyuN has just hit it out of the park. But that's also how ByuN. This is how ByuN started versus Billowy. Billowy just maybe took that power, starts off 0-2 for a dramatic 3-2 finish.
He really needs to channel some ByuN right now because he is not looking hot. I really think HyuN changing up his composition was the best thing he could do. What?
Billowy should go stand. If he's not looking so hot, he should go stand in the corner of the room.
Okay.
Because it's 90 degrees. Ba, ba, ba.
Okay.
Get it? Because it's an angle, but degrees is also temperature. And 90 degrees is pretty hot.
You don't even use Fahrenheit. Wouldn't that kill people on Celsius?
Still pretty hot. God, can you imagine in real life, you just go to a corner of a room and like burst into flames? You're like, ah, damn it, I forgot about the rule.
I mean, I also stepped on a crack and I broke my mom's back, so.
Oh shit.
You gotta remember those rules.
That's fucked up. I thought you loved your mom.
I do. I couldn't help it. It came out of nowhere. I didn't know.
Okay then.
Why is that a thing?
This guy has a really gross name, by the way, but I'm going to ask this question. Crispy Socks says, if you win the 5K, but you live in Korea, do you pay the American taxes? So 5K is the prize pool overall, first off, for everything. So it's not just like one person will win 5K and walk away from this. Secondly, I believe taxes are still due. Like, I'm not sure if you pay them when you receive the prize or if you have to backfile it afterwards. But this doesn't come through us on PayPal or anything. Like, they are getting paid money directly out of TING. So they might cover the charge for taxes. They might not. I don't know.
They don't cover the charge. That I'm like 99% sure of.
I'm pretty sure they don't either. But TING is surprisingly chill and super cool in a lot of things. So at the same time,
well, I mean,
they might be like the one people who do compensate.
Thing is, I don't think that's actually like any like anyone does that at all. But I mean, what do I know? I just figured that it's kind of up to the Koreans. I actually wouldn't be surprised if there was quite a lot of tax evade going on in esports just through ignorance, but
that would actually probably be very true. But as you say, we got the wife of a player who has won money, Holy Moly, in chat saying, yeah, apparently you fill out a very specific W8BEN form or something.
Ah, one I've never heard of.
There you go. So there's your answer. The only prize money I've ever won was 75 cents to Zymegrub's dollar from Red Bull.
Yeah, actually.
I got reverse woman waged on that one. Maybe they sent us the wrong page. Like they thought I was the woman.
Zymegrub, that's such a manly name. Rifkin, what a woman.
Rude? Super rude?
It's not even true. Anyway, it was kind of fun. And yeah, all we had to do, I had to find a I had to fill out, I think, a W-2 actually. But anyway, taxes, am I right? Adult things, right?
Right.
All right, HyuN, bringing it back to the Baneling style that really didn't work out super well the first best of 5. Now, it went 3-2, mind you, so it wasn't like this was just the worst idea ever and why would you ever do it again? But it was like, those roaches are really working out for you, HyuN.
Well, one of the things I really enjoyed was when he was doing the 3 Baneling drops and he'd do 2 at a time. And if this is more for that than even an investment for his main army, I really like that, frankly. It took Billowy going Stargate opener to actually shut it down.
Yeah. Billowy was so good at the counterattacks, basically. Just, taking the damage, maybe a little bit here and there, but not letting it beat him down forever, regardless. You got a lot of Lings on the way. Plus one has only just started. It's not super powerful Lings yet, but I mean, enough of that they dedicated. If the rest coming to the middle dedicated on the Nexus, it probably get it pretty low.
Ooh, does he see this? No, he doesn't see this. Oh, that vision was so tight. Those Adepts almost saw the Banelings coming in.
Charge is on the way. This talks about this, like, sometimes Charge really does not look very good against Baneling styles for obvious reasons. Charge will just run into the Banelings, they all die, leave everything else to the Lings to take care of, and upgraded Lings can do very well, but hey, it's not upgraded Lings. HyuN stopped the +1 melee and is just going back into droning, just using it for the overlord drops.
This does look so similar to how we played earlier. And that is, again, not necessarily a good versus a bad thing. But the Baneling drops do come in, catch Billowy a little bit off guard. Ling's going to clean up a lot of these probes with 1 health. Unfortunately, they also die in the main. Looks like that a couple of... Nope, that's just it. Never mind. GG. 23 workers killed, and HyuN sweeps the series 3-0.
Well, that happened.
I think Billy was just like, before he had perfect responses. Now he may be a little too tired and exhausted. I don't know. But HyuN finishes 2nd place in the group. He will have to play 1 ZvZ versus Sort of to fully qualify into that round of 16. This could be really nice for him, of course, because I think HyuN's ZvZ is absolutely top-notch. But Sort of will have time to practice and prepare, because the 2nd place finals we originally had planned to play before Home Story Cup, but due to a lot of players' scheduling of travel, that's not really possible anymore. So likely the weekend after Home Story Cup is when we'll like the first week of June, or July, I mean, is probably when we'll play all those out. Can't say for certain, but that's about the ish to it.
Yes, the ish.
I was the manager of an esports team, not being married to someone. I'm sorry, but I actually believe being married to somebody has more precedence in this order, because I don't know how much you get involved with taxes of your other players, opposed to definitely being involved with the taxes and finances of your husband, who you probably have a joint account with. So you can call me out for this one as much as you'd like, but logically, I was sound. I would prefer not to, except for 5 months. Yeah, you're just being a little shit disturber in chat. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us today for the cast. It was pretty fun. I'm glad we got to cast all best of 5s for once, considering 2 of the groups recently we've had to stop 4 out of the 5 in. Kind of awkward. At least this time, no forfeits. I'll have to talk to HyuN about scheduling and make sure he understands fully the deal with like what's going on. But again, without Ting, this wouldn't be possible, so I hope you guys do enjoy and have enjoyed so far. We've got, again, more things coming up. The Naruto was kind of making jokes about this during the cast. You guys didn't see this on stream, but they changed the Home Story Cup groups to be best of 5, and I think a lot of that was probably influenced by seeing how good these groups are based off of that. So I think Home Story Cup's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be great having more than best of 3s. You guys should enjoy the hell out of it. But for us, we're going to be casting until Home Story Cup and then stopping, and that'll be our weekend break. We had an accidental break yesterday that we didn't really intend, but for example, we're going to be doing double cast tomorrow, the Ting group the day afterwards, and then we're pretty much off for 3 days. And I just want to say, like, we've been really advertising this, and I want to stress it, like, we are not doing fucking StarCraft for those 3 days. Like, and not because we've lost passion and we don't like StarCraft, and I'm wearing an Overwatch hat. This is like secret meetings for Overwatch. So no, we just have been casting StarCraft every day for like a month and a half now, and I'm so excited to just have 3 days off. So that Home Story Cup weekend, I'm not even gonna watch Home Story Cup, guys. I'm gonna watch that finals match probably, and that's it. Like, I'm gonna be so confused and bored, but I'm not touching StarCraft as my goal for that.
You're gonna ask me to play co-op.
I will probably ask you to play co-op. Okay, maybe a little bit of co-op. We're guilty, but I want to try and talk you guys into doing more Borderlands more than anything else, to be honest. Okay. At any rate, actually, doesn't Overwatch Ranked start soon? That might be something to grind if that's for that weekend.
They said the end of June, so
it's just kind of the end of June. I'm just saying, like.
Well, it was also kind of fall 2016.
Fall 10. Okay. At any rate, guys, one last words from our sponsors, and then we'll say our goodbyes. So thank you for tuning in. We got some promotions also ending pretty much today that we'll talk about as well. So see you guys in a couple minutes. All right, folks. Thanks for watching that last commercial break of the day. We are finally done. We got a couple cool things to talk about. ZombieRub's got an Amazon link now of all things to share with you all. But before we get to that, we've got a couple promotions that basically end today. So first off, today's your last chance to get in on the arcade block promotion. That's for that Risk board game. It's collector's edition of StarCraft II Risk, signed by all players at DreamHack Austin. Plus, you'll net yourself some cool stuff through the actual arcade block or loot box or whatever thing is called. No, Nerd Block. There we go. I was just searching for the right one. Through any of their subscriptions, you get some cool stuff in those boxes. It's like $20 a month, and even less if you buy for more than just 1 month at a time. But you definitely get more than $20 worth of stuff from them. So I'd say definitely check that out. Last day to submit a screenshot of your proof of purchase in order to get entered in for the raffle, that giveaway of not just the Risk board game, but also some of those Pop Model figurine follow-ups. That being said, the other promotion that ends today, in fact, in 10 hours, will be the t-shirt sales for Team Hearthstone and Team Drogo. Fell a little bit shy of what we were hoping to get, guys. We're hoping to sell 50 shirts in total. Sold about 35 so far. We got 10 hours left on the campaign. And if you guys want to help out the players of Team Hearthstone, which is Hearthstone, Puck, and Showtime, you can go purchase those shirts. And if you want to help out Team Drogo, which is Drogo, Lilbow, and Neeb, you can purchase those shirts, because proceeds and profits from the shirts will go towards the players directly. Something that we're really experimenting with for the first time ever, and a little sad to say isn't working out as well as I was hoping it would. That being said, the Yord Civil Watch tournament still goes on, and the Yord Father's Day sale, I believe, ends today as well, so it's your last chance to get $20 off on those watches, then it goes back to just 5%. And that's it for the immediate stuff that's ending today. Shy of that, just make sure to check out our other sponsors. You guys know the deal, Corsair, Zombie Up Sport. She's actually in a pose right now that perfectly shows off the DX Racer. The Chairs for Gaming chair, if you will. Chairsforgaming.com, chairsforgaming.ca. If you live in Canada or the United States, if you use the promo code BaseTradeTV, you'll get $20 off your purchase of these chairs, as well as free shipping and handling, which will save you more money as well. And then last but not least, G2A, you guys know the deal. Hit up their code, our code, BASE, on their website. Get some cheap games.
Yep.
But, as mentioned, we finally, so after some kerfuffle, we finally signed up for an Amazon affiliate link, and we've decided rather than create one for BaseTradeTV, the one we'll use for BaseTradeTV will be Zombie Grubs. So, Zombie Grub, who has recently set hers up, will link these in chat in a moment's time, but do you want to talk a little bit about what it is so people know?
Sure. Talk about what it is and my experience making them. So
It's such a stupid experience making them.
Yeah, I was kind of dumb. So if you guys don't know, it's an affiliate link. I mean, just like with any other affiliate link you've probably ever used, but it's for Amazon, so it's basically for everything. So like anything you've ever bought on Amazon, which you can buy literally everything, you can now use the link, and that gives us a portion of what you buy. So of course, you know, you can advertise video games and DVDs and stuff, but it's actually anything. Clothing, I mean, furniture, food, I think, too, like the pantry, like everything. So if you're interested in buying or helping us out, because you know it costs nothing for you, I'll paste the links when this comes on, I guess, air. And I have one for every single country. So obviously for the United States, but then we also were going to do one for like the top countries that come and visit us. We actually have the statistics for that.
Whoa.
I didn't know that United Kingdom, if you signed up for the United Kingdom one, it would automatically like give you the option to sign up for France, Spain, Germany, and one other one, I think. So I did mine in German. I literally filled out all the forms in German, only to be told, hey, you can sign up for the UK, Spain, whatever. So I'm brilliant. Thank you.
What is this donation? I can't even say this makes sense. All right, so I don't want to shame this gentleman, but I'm just going to say what I'm about to read sounds like the stupidest thing I've ever heard, and I'm hoping it's just a troll. So Tall Smith donates $5, says, I love you guys, but I'm going to limit the amount of time I watch your channel who promotes such amount of ads. The commercials create subconscious tension, which results in nervous system disorders that create illnesses like allergies and random aches. So if our sponsors that created this tournament ask us to play ads, and in fact even pay us to play ads, which they are, and you're getting allergies from that, see ya. I don't know what to say about that, man. $5 is not going to convince us to play less commercials because we have to play certain amounts to appease the sponsors. We limit them as much as possible, and we try not to abuse them, and we're as responsible as we possibly can be. But at the end of the day, ads need to be played. So that's all I can really say in response to that. But thank you for the $5, I guess. But that wraps things up. So Zombie Up, as always, thank you for joining me for this cast. I hope you had a good time. Sorry you're feeling so sick, and I hope you feel better soon. If people want to follow, I guess, your well-being, but also other stuff you do, where can they find you?
You can follow me on Twitter at ZG Gaming, on Twitch at ZombieGrub, and YouTube, ZombieGrub.
Yeah, she's actually been up. If you guys have been enjoying some of the co-op stuff that we've been uploading to BaseTradeTV YouTube, she's also been uploading a lot of her point of view on her YouTube channel as well. So, again, I'm surprised and blown away that we've been getting such nice reception on the co-op stuff. Like, a lot of comments, a lot of positive views, a lot of people asking for more, which is great. That's exactly what we want. Finally, we know which direction to take some of our content. So, we'll be at least trying to do, at the bare minimum, one co-op mission a week, at least, and ideally through the mutator modes. But yeah, if you like our stuff in any way, if you want to see more casts of TVPs or TVZs, like, commenting on YouTube is huge for us. Not a lot of people do it. It lets us know what's going on. It lets us know what's going through your heads. So please do. And I guess if you're watching this message on YouTube for whatever reason because it's in the VODs, then like, comment, subscribe. But no, this ends the stream. So we're going to go find somebody to host. Again, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful day. The Bunny vs. Nurchio match, we'll tweet about it, I guess. So definitely follow us on Twitter, ZG Gaming, me at Riff_Kings. We'll definitely tweet about it before we plan to cast it. But I don't think it'll be done today. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe when we got some of that downtime. But we'll definitely make sure to do it before Home Story Cup, or at least try our best to. So, again, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.